Sean, take one.
Thank you for being here as part of our video series on trial lawyers and storytelling. Jeffrey, what led you to become a trial lawyer?
So I grew up in the 1960s. It was a very turbulent time politically, much like today. And I became interested in legal issues, political issues. As a sports fan, I was an admirer of Muhammad Ali, who stood up for his legal rights all the way to the Supreme Court. And that got me intrigued about becoming a lawyer because I thought it could make a difference.
So trial is theater, and theater depends on the audience. How do you change your storytelling strategy depending on the forum you're in?
Well, if you're talking to a jury, and if you're doing a trial in Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, where I've done a trial, it's going to be a different presentation than a trial I've done in San Francisco. So yes, you have to be aware of the audience, their way of approaching, reasoning and thinking about different things, and you shape your story and presentation accordingly.
The actors in a trial do not come from central casting. They're real people who emerge from the facts of the case. How do you help ordinary people become effective storytellers themselves?
So some people are gifted at this. Some people are challenged at this. So you should judge, okay, this witness is capable of telling this part of the story, either on cross or direct, and can withstand the questioning. If they cannot, find another witness. Some witnesses you have no choice, either because the other side is going to call them, even if you don't. And so their preparation, rehearsal, to use the acting analogy, is important. Go through it with the witness, both your direct questions and the cross questions, so that they are prepared for whatever's going to come. We advise them, we say, you just said it this way. That's going to be hard for a jury to understand. Have you thought about whether, same facts, but could you explain it this way? Because that's going to be much easier for the jury to understand, and the witness has to get comfortable, but we try out different things. We've had witnesses who have odd behavioral tics that jurors might misinterpret as indicating nervousness or a lack of truthfulness, and we've had to work with those witnesses on that. We get them comfortable that we will direct them to the right subjects and then let them just, in effect, tell their story, not worry. They're not giving a speech. They're not, unless they're an expert, they're not giving a presentation. So a fact witness just needs to tell the story the way they would to a friend or a colleague. And that's really important. And if you need more rehearsal, you do more rehearsal.
Sometimes you might be stuck with a witness who's just unlikable. How
Yes.
do you help that witness become likable to a jury depending on the forum?
So you only can do so much. You're not going to change somebody's essential character, and you may have to work with that too. You know, there have been some recent public trials where I've seen a prosecutor admit that their witness is unlikable, but explaining that an unlikable person could still be telling the truth, right? Someone you might feel doesn't have the best motive may still be telling the truth. And that's what a jury has to judge. So sometimes it's so extreme you don't have a choice. Acknowledge the obvious and I guess address it.
As you're putting together your trial teams, of course, the trial lawyers are some of the performers in the stagecraft of the trial. How does the diversity of the team matter, both substantively and in terms of appealing to the jury?
Well, first of all, we should be representative of the community. The jurors are representative of the communities. We want the jurors to see in our team themselves. So we want to be diverse. Substantively, diversity makes us a better team of lawyers. We get a broader set of perspectives. We get a broader set of judgments. So having a diverse team lets us be the best lawyers we can be, and it lets us be a set of lawyers who the jurors could look at and see themselves in.